Hey, what's going on, everyone? These are unbelievable. Really, they make you question the existence of the entire planet. Arrogant, entitled Americans, man. Wild, really believing in so many different spheres that America is the center of the universe. It's insufferable, it's annoying, but it's also pretty funny. So let's have a look. Let's hop into it. Hope everyone's doing good. Number one. You heard it here first, folks. Everyone on Facebook is American. Looked up from doing the dishes on Saturday morning to see this cheeky bugger. Also, my windows were dirty, but this photo inspired me to clean them. So we got a old kangaroo in the backyard, and this person says, "Where do you live in the USA where you have kangaroos?" Under the assumption that the photo has to be, it has to be, posted on Facebook. It has to be taken in the United States. Where it could be many places, but likely through the powers of deduction, you would come to the conclusion probably Australia. But the assumption that it's this question, where do you live in the US where you have kangaroos, is just dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded. I'm found dumb now. 2, America is not the default. How do Americans have accents? This is in Reddit, no stupid questions. I talked to someone who was British, and they talked about American accents. I corrected him and said we don't have accents. Another friend further stated that we do in fact have accents, but I just don't understand how, because I never talk British. Yeah, listen, newsflash. Every person has an accent that is localized and regional to their place of where they grew up, or it's a mixture of different places if they were moving around. But the thing is, everybody has an accent, so that's absurd. I'm actually speechless at this one. 10 out of 10. Love the realistic look. It should have 52 stars, not 1. First of all, this is Liberia. Second of all, the USA flag has 50 stars. Double whammy. Liberals don't have a flag. Laugh my ass off. Because no nations exist in time zones ahead of the US. These guys are the official first gay kiss of 2026. Where is, who gets the official time zone? Like when we went to 2026. Where is it? Is it Australia? It's probably some random little tiny island in the middle of one of the big oceans, I bet, right? I'm not going to search it up. But yeah, just another glaring example of people just not understanding how the world works. And yeah. I could see conservatives just having a field day with this one, though. They'll be fuming having to witness a gay kiss. LMAO. USA, baby. World's best infrastructure. Huh? This is in Germany. Okay, we don't have the photo that they're commenting on, but yeah, US does not have the best infrastructure. And what type of infrastructure are they talking about? So this is kind of a pretty vague, but still, if they were commenting, we don't really know what they're commenting on, so I'm not going to comment on this one too much more. Yep, they're choosing to speak British English instead of American English. Why can't you people speak American? Why do you choose British English in your videos, not American? Because I'm British, and that's how I speak. People rush to be bigots so quickly, they won't even fact check to make sure what they're saying even makes sense. This is Anish Sarkar. He's a chess prodigy, born in 2021. He's the youngest FIDE rated player in history, reaching the milestone at the age of 3 years and 10 months. Wow, that's insane. Almost everyone on Earth would lose a chess match to this toddler. Capital word, deport. Okay, so we have a MAGA person, and then they say he lives in Kolkata. Is that just a default response for a lot of MAGA people? Just deport! They see like any name that's not Jim Brown, and they're just like, deport! Not everyone uses Fahrenheit. In fact, most of the world does not. How is 38 degrees hot? Asking genuinely because it's freezing in America. Stop defaulting to America. The post is from Bangladesh. You guys are so arrogant and so dumb. Funny because we gave you permission to use this app, so be more respectful. And I also love when just individual people claim this group identity, especially in this case of like claiming ownership over Facebook. Like we gave you permission. There's a weird tribalism to so many things that it's just funny to observe, right? You get the same thing with sports, right? People are like, "Oh yeah, we had a horrible game last night." It's like, were you playing? What position do you play? Like, what do you mean we? You're just a spectator. The Civil War, like it's the only one in history. Name another U.S. Civil War, bud. The irony that you and 17 others completely missed the point that there have been dozens and dozens of civil wars over history outside of the U.S. and before, and there are several currently ongoing, is hilarious to me, pal. Yeah, just completely oblivious to anything happening in the world and U.S. history. They hear the words Civil War and they think about the American Civil War. Crazy. What do I think about when I hear Civil War? I just think about literal civil wars that have happened. I don't think about one particular one. Looks like this person has never seen the French flag, or the UK's flag, or Australia's flag, Panama's flag, Slovakia's, Russia's. Should I continue? This is so disrespectful. Red, white, and blue are American colors. Yeah, Americans just own those three colors being used in unison. This person says, no, it's not. It is. Everyone will think about the U.S. when they see unorganized red, white, and blue. No, they won't. They won't. You're projecting, and you're making shit up. That is not what everyone will think. That's what you think. And some very, very stupid people like you. 11. This is actually one of my all-time favorite comebacks. Tonight, a 19-ish-year-old in the bar very nicely asked me if I could give them a refund on a vodka Coke. Is that a drink? A vodka Coke? That sounds gross. They bought because they realized they were too drunk and drinking it would be a bad idea. A move both so ballsy and sincere I couldn't possibly refuse. I thought in all U.S. states you must be at least 21 years old in order to purchase alcohol. No, that's only in the U.S. where that's a pretty ridiculous rule. Many European countries, of course, have much more relaxed drinking ages. Often, like, there's no drinking age, or it's like 14. People will have a glass of wine with dinner, or the kids will be drinking beers in the park, right? It's not, but in the U.S., it's just such a different environment. I'm one of the dozens of people worldwide that live in a country that's not America. Thomas, you legend. If I had a dime for every time an American thought Georgia referred exclusively to the U.S. state, I'd have a jar full. Georgians call the mother data and the father mama. No, we don't. It's mom or dad. He's talking about the effing country. Yeah, we've seen this one plenty. Americans just... their knowledge of geography is astoundingly terrible. Likewise, when you hear London, you should automatically assume it refers to the town in Ohio and not one of the most famous cities in the world. Where are you from? Korea. What about you? I'm from London. What's the UK like? I don't know. I've never been there. You said you lived there, though. No, I meant London, Ohio. And there's also London, Ontario. There is multiple Londons. But the King London, the number one most famous that I would think of and that people should think of would be London, the capital of England. Capital of England? Hopefully I'm right on that. Hey, it's morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. Of course, they say it wrong. It's not wrong outside the US. Let me add. Those are fries. In the UK, it's chips. It's fries. In the UK, Of course they say it wrong. It's not wrong. In the UK, it's chips. Yeah, people call different things in different places. It's very normal. We should be open to that and not bigoted about fries, of all things. He's a big French fry bigot, that guy. Elon Musk being the only non-American on this list makes me want to vomit. Most famous people in the world. Donald Trump, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. Okay, so a bunch of people, bunch of celebrities. Yeah. Kind of explains, in a quick nutshell, one of the problems in the world, I would say. Fascination with celebrity. It's like an escape for a lot of people, I think. Bill Cosby's on the list at 21. Okay. Notoriety is also it's even worse than notoriety, I would say. Either the second commenter forgot there are nations outside the US, or they thought people worldwide should know each US state acronym, and I can't decide which is worse. What's PA? Pennsylvania. Did you skip third grade? Did you skip third grade? PA. I think of PA announcement. I think when I see PA. Personal assistant, physical assistant, or physician assistant. Power of attorney. I would probably, if somebody asked me, okay, what does PA stand for? I would probably say PA, public announcement. But yeah, it is the acronym for Pennsylvania. Home of the Penguins. Why would we be talking about Australia? This video literally shows a map of Australia. Yes, it does. Desert in the middle of May would be hella cold, though. May is the beginning of summer, buddy. Not in Australia, buddy. Why would we be talking about Australia? Because it's a... Oh, I'm not your buddy friend. You're not my friend, guy. You're not my guy, buddy. Oh, God. Sees Australia. I pretend I do not see it. The American flag applies to everybody. Since when? Okay, this is posted by anti-woke memes, so... What are your thoughts when you see this flag on a store window? Everyone is welcome here. Everyone is welcome here? Probably what I would think. You know, they're a pretty inclusive place, I guess. Why can't it just be an American flag? That applies to everybody. Does it now? In Trump's America, does that apply to everybody? The American flag? Or just people of a certain shade? Yeah. The rights and conservatives' obsession with anti-wokeness is interesting to look at. And listen, I do think social justice and quote unquote wokeness, they can go too far sometimes and kind of wade into almost absurdity and parody. But the right and conservative obsession with like trans people is weird. It's strange. They're obsessed with it. And then they're always like, oh, why is people worried about what you're doing in the bedroom? And then they're worried about everything people are doing in the bedroom. Like, yeah. They're trying to brainwash our kids. 19. Does this person think everyone in the world voted in the U.S. election? The world voted for President Trump. The world. Yeah. Everybody in the planet has a vote for the U.S. Election. And vote for Trump, obviously. And does this person think everyone uses the same currency worldwide? That's fake. $10 bills have... Yeah, we've seen this one. $10 bills have Hamilton on them. Yeah, that's an Australian banknote. Aussies invented polymer banknotes, so thanks for the Aussies for more durable and less gross money. This Texan wasn't even confident that the 21 plus law applies countrywide in the US. So I don't know why they thought it might exist worldwide. It might be a Texas thing, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be allowed to purchase alcoholic drinks until you're 21. It might be an American thing, but other countries exist. How do you watch a skit, hear the clearly not American accent, but still assume they're in the USA? Crazy thing, but other countries exist with different laws and age restrictions. All right, let's call it that. That's 21 good ones. Yeah, it's absurd. I think we have never-ending content, never-ending amount of Americans on the internet saying ridiculous things. That said, they could all be bots. Many of them are probably bots. I do kind of subscribe to the dead internet theory a lot. I think a lot of you guys watching aren't bots. But like BS and fake news and anything really can be posted on the internet and shared and catch on like wildfire and be completely false, fake, BS. And now AI being added to that equation, it's going to get kind of crazy, right? It's going to get wild. You think of like Brandolini's law, which is like, what is Brandolini's law? It's the amount of effort it takes to refute bullshit is exponentially more than the time and effort it takes to just say a falsehood in the beginning. So people can propagandize. They can use the internet to spread misinformation, disinformation so easily, so quickly, to rile up people, get their pitchforks and, get their pitchforks out and all riled up and crazy. Mobs are never a good thing. People in groups and a mob mentality is terrifying. It's one of humanity's biggest pitfalls is our ability, or sorry, it should be lack of ability. We just, in groups a lot of the times, we follow the leader. Our rationality and logic can go out the window. And we end up going after the wrong people. It's a tough world, man. What is truth? What is truth anyway? All right, see you on the next one. Make sure to leave a comment down below, and peace out.